Good morning. Welcome to Vlogmas Day 17. I have this visitor on my back porch. This is a male northern flicker who's come to get some peanuts that I put out for the birds. Was sitting in the living room and I heard it making its noise, its call, I guess is a better way of putting it. It's a little bit blurry because that window has the screen in it, so it's affecting the view. And of course now he's going behind the divider. Hopped up on the railing. And there he goes. This is my current view as I sit in my favorite spot. You can see the tree skirt that I made last year. I don't know if you can tell just how dark and gloomy it is today. It's about 10:15 and it feels like it's early morning or late afternoon. The weather app says that there is an 80% chance of flurries at the moment, but right now it is just a light drizzle. You can probably hear the noise of the cars going by as they kick up that rain from the street. I can't get over how dark it is for this time of the morning. I'm leaving my Christmas tree lights on for a while just to provide a little bit of extra light and coziness to the room. I feel like I'm off to a little bit of a slow start this morning. I think in part because of the weather and also because it is the weekend and weekends tend to be a little bit slower. Cameron unfortunately has to work for a while today, so I'm here on my own and I do have some things that I would like to get accomplished today before he gets home and we have to head in to where his work Christmas party is being held. I think it's about 45 or so minute drive from here, maybe a little bit more depending on traffic. And of course, if we do get that promised snow, things will take a lot longer than usual. All right, day 17 of the Fiber Nymph Dye Works mini collection. Today's colorway is Confident. Well, I'm confident I am not going to get everything done that I want to today. So is that lack of confidence? No, I'm pretty confident. All right. Oh, trying to get hold of it here. Oh, there's a beautiful bright color to add a little bit of light to my day. The camera is picking it up as quite orange, and it is orange, but I would say it's on the sort of apricot or peachy side of orange. Very pretty. Yeah, very nice. Okay, better put it back in here right away. I've been moving them from the tote bag that they came in to another tote bags, and then in the new year I'll pull them all out and get a good look at them and see if I can make my plans work for a blanket. All right, we need some tea today. Oh, I tried that pomegranate tea yesterday and it actually was not too bad, although again right near the end of the cup was a little bit bitter. My last couple sips were not so good. Day 17, it is my younger sister. I only have one younger sister. It is her anniversary today. I was one of her bridesmaids. It's actually her maid of honor. My next oldest sister was a bridesmaid, and we were reminiscing about the red dresses that we wore. It was the end of the 80s, and the dresses reflected that, and so did the color, and it was like a Christmas wedding, so we thought red would look nice, and it did. Okay, this is gonna be good. Today's, I was gonna say today's colorway. See, slow start to the day. Today's tea is s'mores chai. Whenever it's a chai, I know it's gonna be good. This is definitely gonna be a latte today. Oh, it smells really good. You can smell that kind of graham cracker type of flavor coming through. I don't know if you can smell a flavor, but you know what I mean. The scent. So this is what it looks like. Very interesting. So I'm assuming everyone knows what a s'more is. It means some more, and it's something, I don't know if it's just a North American thing or what, but it's often when you go camping, or I just looked out the window and the first flakes are starting to fall. Let's see if I can turn you around to see that. I think the camera is picking it up. You can just see the first bit of snow mixed in with that rain. And so it begins. As I was saying, I don't know if s'mores is just a North American thing or a worldwide thing, but it is something that a lot of people make when they go camping, and you roast a marshmallow and then you put it in between 2 graham crackers with some chocolate, and all the chocolate melts into the marshmallow, and it's really yummy. So let's see what's in this tea. I have to find it first. There it is. Okay, again, it's that tea I never know how to pronounce, the Pura tea. Brittle pieces, which I don't know exactly what that means. Has sugar, hazelnut, and invert sugar in it anyway. Cinnamon, sugar, marshmallow, chocolate chips, natural and artificial chocolate, hazelnut, toasted marshmallow flavoring. Well, anyway, it does smell awfully good, and I think it's gonna be awesome as a latte. Well, you can really see a lot more snow now. Maybe I'll show it to you again before I say goodbye. Yeah, it's definitely snowing. I just continue to work when I can on my evergreen socks, and they are slowly but surely growing. So probably just I don't know, maybe a couple inches till it's time for the toes. I'll take these with me today. I can work on them on the drive in, and also tomorrow morning when I get up. So I'm very happy to say that all my Christmas making is finished. I did sew 2 project bags yesterday. Not the 2 I had planned. I had planned to sew one of these and perhaps another one for someone else in another fabric, another type of bag. But it turned out that the tutorial for this bag and the fabric that it called for and the fabric that I had was for 2 bags. And so I did go ahead, since I had the fabric out and everything, I just went ahead and made 2 of them. I used the Shabby Fabrics Mini Charm gift bag tutorial and pattern, and I will provide a link to that tutorial below, and from that link you can then go to the Shabby Fabrics website and get the printable pattern if you like. It is a free pattern. So I didn't make I didn't use charms to do it. I just had fabric, but I made 2 of these bags, and one of these is for our daughter-in-law. She's crazy about mermaids, and I found this fabric sometime this year, don't remember, when we went to Granville Island in Vancouver. They have a beautiful, small but very beautiful quilt shop there. It's that fabric and then this coordinating seaweed fabric, and then I just lined it in some kind of just plain quilting cotton. So the other day, Stephanie was over and she had a similar bag to this, but it's smaller, and it was just a commercial bag that I had given to her. I don't even know where I got it from, but I noticed she had her project in there, and I thought that this style might be nice just for carrying things around or for a bigger project or something. And I was kind of tired of making some of my same old bags, and I thought I would just do something different. Having said that, I kind of regret doing that, because even though the bag looks like what it's supposed to, wasn't really thrilled with how it was put together. So you end up cutting out your pieces, your main pieces, and interfacing them, and then you sew them together. You sew the sides to each of the front and back and the bottom to the bottom, and then you lay that out on your lining fabric, and you stitch all around, leaving a spot for turning, and then you turn it inside out, and then you stitch the sides together and you box your bottom. So even though the seams are finished inside, because they are enclosed, you still have the seam that runs down your bag and in your boxed corners. So even though the bag is lined, you're still seeing seams, which if I'd sort of realized that before I started, maybe I wouldn't have done it. Now, shame on me for not watching the whole tutorial through and not really grasping that. It's not my own, I take responsibility for that. And then I was also not quite thrilled because when I lined up the bottom for boxing, actually, it cut into the main fabric, and so it's just not sitting. I would have, it would have been nicer if it just kind of sat like that. But because you've got all these bulky seams, because you have a seam and then you're sewing another seam on top of that seam, you just couldn't help but run into the main fabric. So while I'll provide a link, I don't recommend it heartily. And then I also think the fabric ties could have been a little bit wider, more substantial. They feel skinny and light and maybe just a tad too long. Anyway, I know that Stephanie will still like it, and it's a perfectly usable bag. There's nothing technically wrong with it, and it is meant to sort of resemble one of those, folding grocery bags or a gift bag, with its, crease down the sides, and it does, because it's interfaced, it does, might not stand up on the arm of my couch. Yes, it does. So it does stand up, which is always nice for a project bag. But anyway, I end up making 2 of these. I was thinking I might give one of them maybe to my younger granddaughter, and maybe I'll actually put her knitted gifts inside. I'm sure she'll find a use for it. And so, very happy to be finished with my Christmas making. Plans for the day, aside from getting this video up, I need to do some housework. My computer room, office room is an absolute disaster. It has become a dumping ground for everything, and I have not tidied it for way too long a time. I'm embarrassed to tell you how long it's been in that state, and I am determined to clean it today. I avoid going in there as much as possible. I cannot possibly do anything in there. It's just a sight. So that is my goal for today. I also need to do a little bit of menu planning and list making for grocery shopping because we're doing that tomorrow. I sort of have a vague idea of what I'll be serving for Christmas dinner, and we're going to be doing appetizers several times. I also will have family here for some sit down, regular dinners, and of course we all need breakfast and lunch, so I kind of need to sort that out, stock up on some things, and I still need to record my brief special episode about next year's make-alongs. I don't know exactly what's going to get done today. Priority is on the menu planning and grocery shopping list, and cleaning out the office. So, socks of the day. Actually, they'll match sort of what I'm wearing. That was not intentional. These are my On Frozen Pond socks. It is another Fiber Nymph Dye Works colorway. I have many in case you haven't noticed. I knit these back in August and September of 2021 as part of the Fiber Nymph Dye Works Nature Make-Along. I can't remember what the theme was. It might have been water. And the colorway is On Frozen Pond. And then I added some complimentary wisp in for the traditional heel flap and gusset. So it is my usual 64 stitch top down sock. Oh, and I noticed in the project notes for it, I said that they were almost identical, but if you look at the toe, and I said one toe had frostbite on it. So almost matching. As usual, the link to the socks of the day and other things that I talk about will be linked underneath the video. And I never think to say that if you don't want to actually watch this on YouTube, I have been putting them up in a Vlogmas thread in the A Stitch in Time podcast Ravelry group, and also on the blog. So it's probably a little late to be telling you that more than halfway through, but there you have it. All right, I am going to say goodbye. I'm not sure what time I'll be recording tomorrow's Vlogmas because we are going to Cameron's Christmas party tonight, and we are staying overnight in a hotel, and then we're doing some shopping on our way home. So I have a feeling tomorrow's Vlogmas is going to be kind of late afternoon or early evening. Anyway, have yourselves a wonderful Saturday and Sunday, and I will say goodbye now and give you just another little glimpse of the snow before I wiggle my toes. See ya.